Hello, 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 and welcome to another episode of Extinct Breeds Originals. And for this very special episode, we'll be featuring the Jurassic World Lego game Spinosaurus. Alright, so this arrived, and I'm quite excited because this is the very first, well, it's the second time that I'll be doing a large carnivore from a 3D print. But for this one, it's more of the parts on the 3D prints rather than me making changes to it. And here it is, guys. So the Jurassic World Lego game Spinosaurus, and I temporarily attached some of the parts here, so but the actual joints to it is not yet really fixed. I will have to improvise on that, so we'll see how it goes. But for now, look at it. It's really giving it the vibes of the actual Jurassic World Spinosaurus, and quite excited for it really to so that I can start working it. But first, we will have to really plan on how we're going to approach it, because having 3D prints like this is not cheap, and we don't want to make any unnecessary changes to the actual print and destroy it for some reason that is not really necessary. But yeah, so here it is, guys, the Spinosaurus 3D print from Jurassic World the game Lego. And here's a quick mock-up of the look of this Spinosaurus. It really does look like the Spinosaurus in game, and I just can't contain my excitement. It's really good. There would be some modifications, of course, probably here on this particular joint here, replacing that joint, and then of course here probably just to make some more room for it to have more mobility. We're going to have it on a more angulated neck. The tail here seems quite short, so we're going to see if other parts from other creatures would be necessary for us to do a more accurate tail for the Spinosaurus, because the Spinosaurus in game has a slightly longer tail, in my opinion, than that of the T-Rex. So probably we're going to source that. And yeah, so the color schemes will be exactly the same, so hold on to your seats, guys. This is going to be really exciting. So I added the articulation points on the Spinosaurus. As you can see here, I've included that, and also here, and it has some articulation to it. I had to cut a few items. So I added in the articulation points on the neck and also on the head of the Spinosaurus, as you can see here and over here. Let me just show you. So this is from the King Ghidorah figure, and then the articulation here is from a Triceratops. You can see here that it has now some good articulation. Alright, so here's the Spinosaurus after we have wet sanded it. On closer inspection, you can see that there are a lot of those 3D printed lines that we had on earlier on the figure, and now that it's actually patted dry, we're going to dry it up a little bit more, and then we're going to primer this Spinosaurus, getting it ready for painting. Spinosaurus after some wet sanding. Yes, it's all smooth now. Alright now, guys, so we have our 3D printed Jurassic World Lego game Spinosaurus already primered. Earlier we had this wet sanded, and as you can see here, the 3D printed lines are now gone, and it's more smooth now than it originally has been. And yeah, so it's now ready to paint. So we'll be of course needing different sizes of brushes. We also have here some acrylics, water, and of course our handy dandy hair dryer over here, just so we can hasten up the process. Right, so let's start the painting. And here are the winners for Guess the Species contest. We have 10 lucky picks. Here they are: Jurassic Rexy and Friends, Crocodile Chelada, Iruvio, Beavers Optimus, Pyrus Levirus, Dawn the Game God, Custom Bricks, Supersonic Sanders, Swollen-Headed Dragon, Electroraptor Studios. Congratulations everyone, and now for top 10 winners.
Top 10.
Michael Leven,
Top
9. Gilbert Cocoy Channel,
Top 8.
Orion Kroon,
Top 7.
Jurassic Text 30,
Top 6.
Kaijusaurus,
Top 5.
Bionicle Fan,
Top 4.
Marjorie Ramus,
Top 3.
11 IUDF Doors,
Top 2.
The Ultra Kill Machine,
And Top 1.
Time. Congratulations everyone! And for those of you who'd like to join, just click on the Extinct Bricks icon and pull you to the Extinct Bricks homepage. And the homepage, just click on the comment link to see all our posts. Alright, so the first color would be this mixture of gray, blue, a little bit of, I guess, brown on it. And we're just going to overlay it on the entire figure. Sometimes it takes me around 2 or 3 tries to really get the color correct. So what I usually do is I lay it down on lay it down on paper and see when it dries if it actually is the right color, and that is the time when I apply it on the figure. So just this one. So we just run through it several other times, or several layers to it, in just very thin layers. We don't want to, have brush strokes on the figure. So let's just do that from one layer and then the next one until we attain the opacity that we are actually looking for. Alright, so for the secondary color, this is actually a mixture of the reds and the light grays that we have on earlier, and we're just going to paint this on the areas where this color would be located, such as that of the back of the neck, some parts of the head, the sail on the back, like so, and also some parts of the tail. So as you can see, we're actually doing a very basic painting on this one. However, it's been a long time since I've had a revisit on where I actually started my customizing journey. It all actually started when I played Jurassic World, the Lego game, and one of those creatures that I was actually fascinated with was, of course, the Spinosaurus. And I was actually waiting until Lego would have or would release a toy that would be similar to that of the Lego game. However, that never came true. And even for Jurassic World Rebirth, the Spinosaurus, however, it's a really good rendition, is not actually the same as that of the Jurassic World Lego game Spinosaurus. For the third color, this is just a very light gray with a little bit of blue, and we're just going to paint the underbelly and the lower sides of the Spinosaurus. As you can see here, it could be that I would be doing several coats to it because white is a little bit hard to paint, especially if it's over a gray background. So we're just going to do that and cover until the end of the tail as well. So our Spinosaurus is looking pretty plain at the moment, so now we're going to add in the details. So we have here already a mix of unbleached titanium and a little bit of raw umber, and we're going to carefully map out all of those details that were actually in the actual Lego game Spinosaurus. So I'm not adding as much as I want, because we're going for a very accurate representation of the Spinosaurus in that game. So as you can see, there's just a few spots here and there, and these are carefully placed based on my references. Alright, so the next details would be to paint the nails, the teeth, and also the claws on our Spinosaurus. So this will take around 2 or 3 layers for us to achieve that specific opacity and a toy-like appearance. So we're just going to do that on all of the details on our Spinosaurus. Now we need to add in some more details, and this is just as you can see, I've already outlined where I will be painting the colors on the eyes, and this is just black, and following through the outlines, it will be the first upper half of the eye socket, and then we're just going to fill it in like so. The lower half will be a different color later on. Alright, so this end, it's dark colored brown on the lower eyelid. This is actually a really peculiar detail on the Spinosaurus. I really like how this is the first time I'm actually doing it, and even when I was actually doing the first version of the Spinosaurus from before, I didn't know about this until now. So now that I know, I'm putting in the details very accurately on my Spinosaurus. So by the way, the Spinosaurus is a 3D printed version file that I got from Cults. I'm going to put the link below, and I also had my 3D print done by one of my good friends, Joshua. Yes, so as I had mentioned in the earlier part of the video, that is him. So thank you so much, Joshua, for having printed this particular figure of mine. And the last of the details, and this is actually a hold your breath moment, is to put in the eyes on our Spinosaurus. And you can actually overlay on this, but as much as possible, I don't want to do that. Yeah, so I guess I did well. The Spinosaurus actually had quite a goofy look to it, because it had such large eyes, but actually it works on the figure. So we're just going to do the same on the other side. Alright, so we're just going to color this green, and that should be it for our figure. And yeah, really cool, right? So all we have to do now is attach this to our figure. And that should be it for our tutorial video. Now we're going to have this dry up, and of course I'll see you on the next part of this video. Alright, thank you so much for watching, guys. Also, please do not forget to support our other channels, Ibisoy Universe, The Adventures of Moira and Asher, and Tito Mike's Kitchen. Please watch their videos and support your channel by subscribing, guys. And as we always would say, let your inner dino brick roar! Thanks everyone, bye!